So do you guys remember these slides right here from ASICS? They were absolutely crazy. This is an ASICS Actibreeze slides, 3D printed slides. One of the most comfortable slides I've ever tried on feet. And I would consider them in my like slide countdown videos, except for they don't really make these that much anymore. It was the very first run of the fully 3D printed slides that they made. And again, they were just wild. The only downside is the sizing was so weird because they had like small, medium, and large, 9 to 11, and I'm like on the 9 side. So these were massively huge in my feet. Any which way, they were really awesome, but I did notice mine did rip on the bottom on one of them. I wore these to like Mexico or something like that on vacation. But then they had the V2 version, the hybrid version here, which was an encased midsole. That was pretty awesome as well. So it had an encased 3D printed midsole and to a sleek looking upper. The overall presentation was pretty good. It was very muted though feeling. It didn't feel anything like the original ones. It was very like firm comparison, kind of a letdown for the price point. But overall, it looked really cool. It just really wasn't the best on the market, unfortunately, given everything else that's out there. But now we have the latest version. This is Actibreeze Hybrid Sandal 2. And I saw these. Shout out to you guys. Somebody left a comment or something to me asking me to try these out. And so I was like, wait, they have a second version? Bet I'm going to go get those. So I got them, tried them. Now I'm doing a review for you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to buy your own pair, I'll link them in the description. You guys can go out to wherever I can find them, and you guys can buy your own pair. Sizing, first of all, I got a medium this time instead of a large. So this is size 8 to 9. This is size 9 to 11. The size difference is pretty ridiculous. I will tell you that the 8 to 9 is a little bit small for me. I wish it was just a tad bit bigger. I mean, it's doable. It definitely feels better than getting one that's 2 sizes too big. And I like to have a slide that's a little bit bigger anyway, just because I like to wear socks and stuff most of the time. But this large pair was absolutely ridiculous on me, size-wise. And this pair is just a little bit too small. So I wish they would correct the sizing issues. That being said, this is the Jesus sandal that I didn't know that I needed, because I'll tell you, it is more comfortable than the second version by far. So here are the insoles side by side. So this is the size medium, this is the size large. And they did some changes the way that they integrated these in. So you had these little sidewall sections that kind of help hold them into place. This is almost like just a drop-in insole that you could use on other shoes, to be honest. And it's a pretty cool creation. It is a little bit thinner even than on the other pair. So even though this pair has a larger 3D printed insole, the V2 version is actually softer on feet, and that is because of the carrier foam. In my opinion, that's what changes the game on this one. The carrier foam in this is FF Blast, way softer on the sandal version than on the first version here. I mean, if you take the insole out and just squish here without it, this is a really soft pair of slides. So here's where I'm kind of conflicted. I love what they're doing. I like the integration of the 3D printed insoles in this foam because it feels great. The overall cost of a 3D printed slide is a little bit higher than a regular pair, but I'm just wondering, is this going to be the last round of this or not? Because 100% honest here, if they would have just done an injected foam for the entire shoe and did this FF Blast instead of this drop-in, the cost would be like probably a tenth of what it is as is, and it would probably be a little bit more comfortable even and softer on feet because of the super foams. In general, super foam materials can be like just better than like some of the 3D printed stuff that they have, which is interesting because again, this one was so good. But I love the integration of the 3D printed materials. I think it looks really fun. So are they comfortable on feet? I would say yes, absolutely. But there are some problems in my opinion with the 3D printed integrated slides that we have like these. Number one, and first and foremost, is the price point. They're $90, which is pretty darn expensive. But the second major problem in my opinion is the fact that you have this 3D printed midsole that's integrated into this sandal, which in my opinion doesn't look very good. The sandal part of it, the ugliest, like this version is the ugliest version out of all three of them that we've seen thus far. And you know, it's good to have like evolution, but in this one, I feel like we de-evolved into like a futuristic Jesus sandal and then added this 3D printed midsole. But the problem really comes in the fact that you have this carrier foam that is also really soft, and ASICS has really amazing FF Blast Pluses, and all these great foams that we see on like the Nova Blast and stuff that we would love to see integrated just directly into a slide. Give us like a Super Blast recovery slide or like a Nova Blast slide with that same type of midsole material. It would be crazy soft and comfortable, and then you'd have like one foam instead of an integrated foam like this FF Blast, which is really good, but then you have it integrated with this 3D printed inlay, which is very expensive. I'm assuming the costs are going to be 3 times more just for this insole that you have here versus just using the super foam. That could be really, really amazing. And that's not just knocking ASICS. I've been saying this for New Balance as well as Adidas. Like since the Adidas Boost era, I wanted an Adidas Boost slide, and they gave us one. It just wasn't very good. They have like Light Strike Pro now, and they could do a Light Strike Pro slide that would be absolutely amazing. Same with Nike Zoom X. Give us a Nike Zoom X slide. It would be incredible. I mean, they finally gave us a React X slide, and it's going crazy. Everybody loves those clogs and the slides. So ASICS, in my opinion, needs to do the same thing. This is really, really solid with the FF Blast in the midsole, but give us the Blast Plus. Give us the same stuff that's in the Nova Blast, even really, really soft and squishy, or give us a couple different tiered differences. Also, the other problem is the sizing, the fact that this is small, medium, large. It's too small for my foot in one size, it's too big for my foot in the other. Unfortunate for the half footers like myself, but something that we have to deal with. Other than those complaints, I mean, is it a solid pair? Is it a pair that I think is good? Absolutely. Is it worth buying? For sure, if you're wanting ASICS and a very comfortable pair. I just think that the overall like business model doesn't really like make the most sense anymore, given the super foams are more of a solid material that like just has just better resiliency. Like my first pair like ripped already on the bottom. So like if the 3D printed materials was more durable than like the super foam stuff, then maybe it would make sense. But I don't think it has the durability that like we would need to make it like outlasted the super foams, or if you needed to make it more durable, it would be way too hard and it wouldn't be very comfortable. So, I mean, they did a great job on these no matter what, but I want to be a realist out there. The slides are $45 and stuff, like are more comfortable than something like this. And these are really cool and different. But if the overall price point is a factor, then this is going to be lower on a lot of people's bucket lists to pick up for a comfortable pair of slides. Anyways, with that being said, I'll link them in the description if you're interested in trying to find a pair. But hopefully you guys have a good rest of the day. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new to the channel. Recently, I did a top 10 slides video on my channel. If you guys didn't see that, go check that out. Worth looking, in my opinion. There's lots of really comfortable options out there for you guys for 2025. Have a good rest of the day, though. Hopefully, we'll see you back on the channel for some more sneaker content. All right, peace, guys.